The first book of the Odyssey by Homer begins in medias res, in the middle of the action. This action is Odysseus' long and difficult journey home. In the invocation at the start of the book, Homer is begging Muse, the goddess who inspires artistic abilities, to ensure him with a good storytelling of Odysseus' journey home. This journey was the one back from the Trojan War. All who had not returned were either dead or already home. Odysseus is still on his way, which is an instance of dramatic irony because no characters other than the gods know he is still living. His son, Telemachus, is worried sick, for his father had been missing his whole life and could potentially be dead. Poor Telemachus has no father and is trapped home with the suitors. The suitors are selfish people who invaded the life of Penelope and Telemachus. There were so many of them who constantly ate their food and consumed all of their time. Although the suitors were disrespectful and unwanted, both Penelope and Telemachus were afraid to get rid of them. Athena, the sparkling-eyed goddess, came to Zeus, her father, with a plan. She was going to show up to Ithaca disguised as a man called Mentes. Athena's plan was to convince Telemachus to go find his dad because she knew where he was and who he was with. Meanwhile, Calypso, the bewitching nymph, trapped Odysseus on the island of Ogygia and tried to claim him as a husband. Behind this whole scheme, which wasted years of Odysseus' life, was the evil Poseidon. Poseidon was the god of the seas and had a great hatred towards Odysseus, which is why he was still trapped and not home with his loving family. Athena comes up with a mission to send Hermes over to the solitary island and save Odysseus, the man of twists and turns. In order to accomplish this, Athena, disguised as Mentes, needs to motivate Telemachus. For years, Telemachus and Penelope were trapped by the extremely disruptive suitors who longed to be the lovers of Penelope and the leaders of Ithaca. As much as Penelope and Telemachus wanted them to be gone, Telemachus and Penelope have trouble confronting them. Telemachus soon grows to handle the situation, but as of now, fear takes over him. Athena, disguised as Mentes, then approaches the entrance of the palace. Athena wisely approaches Telemachus with comfort and manages to gain his confidence. In Greek culture at the time, hospitality was very important, as the Greeks felt as if the gods could always be watching. Because of this, as soon as Mentes arrived, he was offered a place to rest and a meal to devour. After Mentes' fill replenished, Telemachus inquires about his father, and Mentes is there to answer all of his questions and help him through his feeling of emptiness. After this feeling of a father finally being there, Telemachus finally gathers the courage to confront the bothersome suitors invading their lives. Because of Athena, better known as Mentes, Telemachus begins his journey to manhood and finding his father.